Oh shit, are we live? Are we live? Oh shit, are we live? Yes, we are live. Hello everybody. Alright, let's just give it a minute to let as many people join in as possible. Let's see. Currently, there are. Well, I can't tell how many's watching, but Killian, Doubt, Thenu, the Elfont. Welcome back. Welcome back. Almost slept through the RSVP again, says Lau W. The Lau. Alright. Let's see. Alright, how's everybody's weekend? I totally forgot it was today, says Doubt Thenu. Yeah, I get it kind of got postponed a little bit. It was supposed to be on, well, yesterday, but I was stuck at the fire station. So hence, I actually wanted to postpone it to next Saturday, but I figured that would be too far away. All right, can I open this in another tab? Will it lag? All right. Oh shit! All right, here we go. Looks good. Can I separate the chat box? Participants pop-out chat. Here we go. Much better. Alright, I can close this one. Just give me a second, guys. Gotta readjust. Alright, here we go. Oh, Ryzen Jen. Welcome back. Here we go. Doubt Thanos says, well, dude, I painstakingly copied Rando's brush names from a screenshot and filtered through lots of brushes in Clip Studio Paint to find the one I wanted. I saw Joker. Oh, nice. How was the movie? Without spoiling it. And would you? Well, I mean, if you asked, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't have mind sending you the links to some of the brushes, some of the more commonly used brushes. I got a lot of spare brushes that I downloaded once, used it once, and didn't like it, so it's just sitting there in the library. Oh, Christian Corral, welcome back, Christian Corral. Ooh. Here we go. Good morning in 1 hour. Rising Jen. Yes. Sleep well, Elfont. Oh no, does the Elfont gotta go? Whoa. Keyblade Strike. Ah, Christian. Yeah, I keep forgetting your Twitch names. Does the Elfont gotta go? Oh, alright, cool. Okay, he's still here. Horizon Gens has been busy farming in other games, so I've not joined any streams. Well, that's fair. Doubt Thetter says, in regards to Joker, good movie, but I think the word masterpiece is slightly overrated. Well, you can't really. Well, in the age where every movie is like shit, when you get like copper, you think it's gold. You know, I haven't seen the movie yet, but I've heard good things about it. But you know, if you think that they're overrating the movie, I can't blame you. I don't like the crayon type one. Did you get it though, Darth Vader? Did you get the crayon type brush though? If you didn't, let me know. I'll siphon through my library. Ale. Is this you seem new. Forgive me for not remembering, but if this is your first time, welcome to a RSVP. And if it's not, welcome back. Forgive me for not remembering. And am I saying your name right? If I'm not, please correct me. All right, I think that's long enough. Let's officially begin the RSVP. All right, everybody, welcome back to RSVP number 10. It's the 10th RSVP of the year. For those of you who are new, or for those who are watching the archived stream, or the archived version of this particular stream, this particular RSVP. What the RSVPs are is they are basically just Q&A sessions, just an opportunity for me to make some announcements and to share some thoughts, feedback, and ideas with you, and vice versa. Yeah, you guys get to share some suggestions, opinions, feedback, basically. So yeah, it's gonna be chill. It's not gonna be too many explosions. Sag Boy, welcome back, Sag Boy. I'll say this is my first time where I participate in writing, but I missed every previous reserved session. Cool. Well, happy to have you back then. The elf ones sleep well, I sleep well. So hi and bye, guys. Oh, I see. The elf one's gotta go soon. Oh well. Yeah, the elf one. If you gotta go, just let us know. Don't ghost us. All right, so let's get started with the RSVP. Okay, first things first. There aren't gonna be a lot of announcements in this RSVP, particularly because Rando is currently undergoing a reset. How do I elaborate? Basically, I'm gonna try delivering everything I promised starting tomorrow. That being the doodles, the live art streams. I'm gonna be working on MMO. I'm gonna be. What do I do next? On the weekly comics, yeah. So yes. No, not the black and white Rising Gen. No. Thank you for bringing that up, though. Basically, there isn't much to announce because, well, they didn't really do much in the month of September. Oh, here we go. Why are your messages being suppressed? Here we go. Lots of announcements. Are gonna be a dad. No, the Lao. Doubt Thanos says, "How are the ludes?" Pretty good. Uh-oh, Segboy says he's about to leave now. Oh no. Well, thank you for joining us, Segboy. Your presence was much appreciated. Thank you for at least just dropping by. Have a good weekend ahead. Well, no, wait a minute. I think it's still Sunday for you. Yeah. Have a good weekend and have a good stream. Have a good week ahead. Oh, here we go. I gotta praise the Lord. Oh, I see. Oh, that's right. It's Sunday. Oh, here we go. Oh, the one you drew the RSV pictures with is one of the brushes I got. All right, cool, Dawthano. If there's any other brushes that you might be interested in, which you haven't got, do let me know, and I'll see if I can help you find it. Christian Corella says, "Yo, Rando, we love the doodles, but they sucked a lot of time. Up, right? Taking away from MMO. Can I ask you for your reason why you want to try and do the doodles again?" Oh, no. Keyblade Strike, aka Christian Corel. I'm not referring to those doodles where I take requests. What I'm referring to is the warm-up doodles. Maybe I shouldn't call them doodles at all, just the warm-ups. Yeah, the warm-ups. Those are basically just quick sketches to refresh my memory on how to draw muscles. Here we go. The warm-ups, the sketches. I guess you can call them those as well. Tomorrow's a working day. Fortunately, I took off that day. Oh, Ryzen. Well, May not have been for me, but I thank you otherwise for being here. All right, here we go. Okay, so let's proceed to the first announcement. Here we go. Okay, so the warm-ups. I wrote doodles on. Let me just change this. By the way, if there's anything wrong with the audio, let me know, and I'll do my best to fix it as fast as I can. Warm-ups. Okay, here we go. So the warm-ups currently, the frequency that they're posted is once every few days, and I realized that by doing so, it would end up spamming your inbox, especially towards the end of the month when there is the announcements for the RSVP. So in an attempt to reduce the email or notification spam that you guys get, I'm planning to collate the warm-ups every week, and instead of posting them once every few days, I'll probably just post all the week's warm-up sketches in a, I believe they call it a sketch dump on Patreon. So that way, hopefully, you guys won't get too many notifications or spam mail, basically, from Patreon, alerting you about Rando is having a new post. Doubt Thanos says, I find those highly educational, so combined with the time lapses, no one can say they aren't getting their money's worth anymore. Well, thank you for saying so, Doubt Thanos. But what do you guys think? What do you guys think of pushing the warm-ups to, maybe the end of the week, maybe Friday, maybe Saturday? Just once a week, I'll just drop like a dump of files, basically. Let me take a sip of water. Sorry. Whew. Whoa, Down Thanos says I have 8,000 unread emails. None can spam me more than my Gmail. Holy shit, Down Thanos. God damn. What have you been doing with your email? That way we can admire them over the weekend. Killian, yep, that's one way to look at it. Friday works for me, says Christian Corell. Well, it's not set in stone, but I'm planning on releasing it during the weekend. Possibly Friday or Sunday, so as to even out the posts on Randoiz. Don't want to spam you guys with Randoiz posts, with too many Randoiz posts on one day. I stopped reading all lost tracks. Wow, shit, 2,000 emails. I can't imagine that. If I get one unread email, I start shaking. I don't know. Maybe I got OCD, man. I don't know. Oh, here we go. Koi 9000. Koi 9000. You seem familiar. Is this your first time? If it's not, welcome back. If it is, welcome. Forgive me for not remembering. Nonetheless, we're happy to have you here in today's RSVP. To which Koi says, "Hey Rando, I've been supporting you since you started on Patreon. Whoa, I appreciate what you do give us, and I will support you no matter the content. Keep up the good work." Thank you, Koi 9000, for your kind words. Much appreciated. We're happy to have you here today. All right, so what was the first announcement? Oh, right, the warm-ups are, well, I intend to push the warm-ups to a single post during the weekend or at the end of the week, basically. You guys seem to be all right with it, so I'll just start doing that first, and we'll see how it goes. All this is basically to reduce the spam, hopefully. Here we go. Sorry, Redo's a little sleep deprived. Chapter. Oh, here we go. All right, so that's the first announcement. Second announcement is For those of you who are currently watching, and for those who are watching this archive stream, well, not too far away from when it was first posted, Chapter 8, We Live in an MMO, Chapter 8, Part 1 is out. So if you aren't aware, feel free to go to Patreon, the Rando's Patreon. Just click on the We Live in an MMO tag on the side, and you'll be able to access the latest chapter. Here we go. Doubt Thanos says, by the way, Rando, what do you think of your first Outstream? I thought it was fun. I thought it was, I guess you could say it was new. It was a new experience for me, so it went much better than I thought it would. But nonetheless, it was fun. It was fun. Especially, I can't remember if it was you or if it was somebody else that needed help with the illustration, and like just refreshing my memory on like how to do illustrations. That was fun. That was fun. Oh, is that Atomic Owl? I see. The AK Russian dude. Yeah, it's Atomic Owl. Welcome back, Atomic Owl. Hopefully I got you right and I didn't confuse you for another Russian comrade. Here we go. Chapter 8 was so pretty, says Killian. Yeah, thank you for your kind words, Killian. This one and the other one. Yeah, you corrected my. So it was you, Dawtheno. Well, yeah, that was fun as well. Like just going through, like the fans' artworks, like just learning together. I think that's fun, and I think I might be inclined to do that, like at the end of every stream, or maybe like during a break. You guys did suggest that the art streams be broken down into blocks of half an hour, blocks of drawing and answering the chat separately. So, like during the block of speaking to the chat, answering your questions, the Q&A, the short 5 to 10 minute break that we have, I think that it might be a good opportunity to like teach people. It'll be fun. Atomic Owl. Here we go. Ryzen Gen says, Chapter 8 is out. Yes, it is. Feel free to read it. Just go to patreon.com/randoiz, and you can click on the We Live in an MMO tag. I believe is on the left, if you are using PC. Caleb Lai, welcome back. Wait a minute, welcome back. You seem familiar, Caleb Lai. Forgive me for not remembering. For those of you who are returning patrons, forgive me for not remembering. My head's kind of blurry today, so I can't really recall correctly. But Caleb, if you've been here before, welcome back. If not, welcome. If this is your first time, welcome. But nonetheless, your presence is much appreciated. Thank you for dropping by today. Hopefully you have fun. To which Caleb says, Rando, after you finish We Live in an MMO, will you make it into a comic book in the future? Do you want me to give you guys a little... I don't know, like... I guess calling it a spoiler would be too much. Like, one of the ideas that I have would be to... Like, one of the Patreon goals was to go on conventions, to meet you in person, basically, I guess. The idea that I had was... and this was a long time ago, but basically the idea that I had was I would sell, or rather, I had the idea of selling physical copies of We Live in an MMO when I go to conventions. Yeah, it is the $3,000 goal, Killian. The idea was to have was to sell, physical copies of We Live in an MMO at the conventions that I would attend. Would you sell Dojin at the cons as well? Well, oh shit! I don't really make Dojins, so probably not. Ryzen Gen says conventions. Does that mean you might come to Malaysia? Yeah. I might if they invite me. uh, because from what I know, if you'd like to book a slot for yourself in any of the conventions, uh, you from what I know, you gotta receive like an invitation to pre-book your slots. If you're not invited, it's probably harder for you because it's like a first come first serve basis. So the people who got invited first would probably take up all the slots. So, but the chance is there, Ryzen Gen. The chance is there. I'm not saying no. Who knows? You might meet me in person one day. Ooh, I'm drinking hundreds of different beers in European conventions, says Lau. Al Les says, speaking of conventions, what is your location? Are you interested in convention in the US, Asia, Europe? Oh, Al. Well, basically, I'm from Singapore. That's in the Southeast Asia, below Malaysia. Am I interested in conventions in the US, Asia, and Europe? Yes, and yes. It's well, I guess I wouldn't call it unfortunate, but I did do a poll, and majority of the people who support me, well, at least on Patreon, and based on the what do you call it, stats, the numbers on randoiz.com. There's a demographic chart showing where most of your viewers are from, and majority of them come from the US and Europe. Minority comes from Asia and Oceania, and I guess you could say, unfortunately, I have I guess a handful of fans locally. Yeah, yeah. So it would make sense if it wouldn't make sense if I don't go to conventions in the US and Europe, considering that that's where majority of the fans are from. So who knows? You might see me one day as well. Here we go. Killian says, thanks for the question, by the way, Ale. Killian K says, I thought about printing the chapters out, making my own comic version of myself, for myself, of course, not for selling them. But if you make comics, I won't have to do that. Well, I won't stop you, Killian, as long as it's not to profit off the printed comics. Not that I believe you would do that, but hey, all the power to you, man. If you feel like making a physical version for yourself, like a Killian version of a physical copy of We Live in an MMO, by all means, go ahead. And if you make comics, I won't have to do that. Yeah, well, you won't have to, but it probably won't be soon. Still gotta find a printer first. Here we go. You need to buy a spot, says Ryzen Gen. Yep. Here we go. Lu Dakimakura, the real Dakimakura is finally, after that I can die happy. Here we go. Master Elements, you seem familiar. I do believe this is not your first time, but if it is, welcome. If it's not, welcome back, and forgive me for not remembering. And nonetheless, we're happy to have you here. Thank you for joining us today, Master Elements. To which he says, your comics are a hit on Imgur and Reddit, which has a large North American user base. Ooh, that's interesting. Yes, Neo Dakimakura. Neo isn't fat. He's happy. Whoa, he would love to hear that, Killian. All right, so let's just. Sorry, we got sidetracked a little bit. All right, so just to recap what's been discussed so far. All right, so basically, there aren't many announcements today. The first announcement is, or rather, the first update is warm ups. The warm up sketches would be pushed to uh, the end of the week, I guess you could say. Um, Instead of being posted once every few days in an attempt to reduce spam. That's the first announcement. And the second announcement is for those who aren't aware, Chapter 8 Part 1 is already out. So if you haven't read it, feel free to go over to patreon.com/randois, click on the We Live in an MMO tag, and enjoy the read. Okay, here we go. I thought you would talk about a fat guy named Daimura. Ron is unfortunately the US based are the most sensitive people. Run, Ryzen Gen. Yeah, I can't deny with that one. They're going through a lot. Ryzen, we can't blame them. Pedro, you seem very, very familiar. I do believe this is not your first time. Welcome back. I hope I'm not getting it wrong, but welcome back to the RSVP. Happy to have you here. Your presence is much appreciated. To which Pedro says, I finally managed to carry one of these live. Working graveyard makes me miss a lot of things, but happy to be here. Well, thank you for dropping by, Pedro. Here we go. Arles says, speaking of comics, are they easy to draw? Like your last post about gaining weight was very fun. I like your work on facial gesture. Do they take you a long time to make? So, Ale, I guess you're referring to the weekly comics. Not really. The weekly comics are easier to make because I don't have to worry about quality, basically. Like, compared to the MMO comic, the weekly comics are usually done in like a really rough way. Like they're drawn mostly incomplete, and there's a lot less details put into it. So, how long do they take to make? I guess the shortest would be a couple of hours. Longest would be maybe 4 or 5 hours, depending if I like the joke or not. So yeah, hopefully that answers your question. All right, so what was the point I was getting at? All right, there aren't many announcements today. So those are the announcements that I need to make. Those being the warm-ups being pushed back and Chapter 8 having already been released. So so the only thing left is the Q&A. So we're probably gonna have like I don't know, maybe half an hour Q&A. This is gonna be fun. If there's anyone that has any questions for myself, ask away. I'll be more than happy to answer them. Okay, here we go. Doubt Thanos says, Rando, how long did the Beatles spoof drawing take? Ooh, I guess you're referring to the banner in all Rando's platforms. How long did it actually take? I think it took like maybe a week. Because I drew each individual character separately from head to toe. And I rendered them separately as well. And at the end, I basically just merged them all together. But to draw really big illustrations for each character, how long did I take? Maybe a week. Yeah, I guess maybe a week. Here we go. Here we go. So, just thank you, Seg Boy. Wanted me to ask. Oh, here we go. Killian K says Seg Boy wanted me to ask. Spooky games on Salty Geese for October. Ooh, yes. But we gotta discuss with each other first. on what game to play. 42. Is that a suggestion, Killian? 42. Let me just write it down. Horror game. 42. Interesting. Les says, are you planning on making a comic-based Inktober, Spooktober? Not really. I'll be too busy working on the next chapter of MMO and everything else. I might make an illustration with on the theme of Halloween, but I don't think I'll follow the trends of Inktober and Spooktober. Just me. Don't let me ruin your fun, though. Caleb says, I don't know why, but I can relate to the latest weekly comic. Well, I'm glad you're having fun, Caleb. Doubt Thanos says, why? That seems so unnecessarily detailed. Sorry, Doubt Thanos, what are you referring to? I kind of lost my train of thought with this one. Oh, man. When I say comic, I mean like a little sketch. Oh, basically, you're asking me if I'm taking part in Inktober or Spooktober. Like I said, probably not, because I'll be too busy doing, like, I guess I'll be too busy making the next chapter of MMO. And with the art streams, who knows? Maybe I might be able to squeeze one of the art streams to be about the Halloween illustration. Who knows? Atomic Owl says, Rando, have you thought about publishing We Live in an MMO in another country? What do you mean publishing in another country? Like a physical book? Is that what you're saying? Atomic Owl? Because from what I understand, like currently we live in an MMO. It's currently available on the internet for free for everybody to read. So I'm assuming you mean a physical copy being published in another country. Oh, here we go. Christian Corell asks, Yo, Rando, what is your favorite anime? And what is your favorite manga? Christian Corell, to answer your question, favorite anime is Toradora. And what is your favorite manga? Currently, I'm reading a handful. But I think the manga that's stood out for me thus far is Yotsubato. I'm not sure how to... Yeah, Yotsubato. That's Yotsubato. I like Yotsubato. It's pretty good. Ooh, Atomic Hour says, yes, a physical copy. Publishing We Live in an MMO in another country. Atomic Owl is asking if I have thought about publishing a physical copy of We Live in an MMO in another country. Publishing, not really, but I do intend to visit, like, conventions and maybe sell physical copies of We Live in an MMO then. So I guess you could say yes and no. Doubt Thanos says, I'll know it'll never be finished, but I love D Grey Man. Is D Grey Man still going on? It's been so long. Killian K says, Rando, is it true that your heroic work is the inspiration for Fire Force and no Shobutai? No, probably. I'd like to say yes, but it's probably not. So let's just leave it at that. Now Thanos says yes, it comes out quarterly in reference to D Grey Man due to health issues. Wow. Well, I think it's important for any mangaka out there to take care of themselves. Like, who's going to carry your story if you're the one falling sick? It's unfortunate. It's very interesting. let me just. Do I gotta? Is there anything that I'd like to ask anyone here? Not that I can think of anything immediately at the top of my head. That's interesting. Oh, Lao says, yeah, Katsura Hoshino posts even less degreement chapters than you. Are you serious? Whoa. That's interesting. Oh, Atomic Owl asks, and what will you watch from the anime from the autumn? I guess you could say the autumn season for anime this year. I'm not even sure what's coming out. Maybe I should take a look. Killing kisses. I won't give you my credit card number if you ask Rando. Well, if you did give me a credit card, Killian, if you did give me a credit card, joke's on you. Why would you do that? Here we go. Dao Thanos says, and after all these years, it's still a delicious, fucking delicious manga. Interesting. Knowing random mini Yuri. Oh, man. Oh. Whew. Hold on, let me just freshen up a little bit. Like I said, Brando's running on fumes. Woo! Alright, here we go. Christian Corral says, okay, Rando, at least you're not at berserk levels of making people wait. Well, I was almost. Almost. What I call it? I think there was a year where if I didn't work as hard as I could, it would have ended. MMO would have only had one chapter release in that year. I can't remember what year it was. I think it was 2017 with chapter 6. Chapter 6 took about 9 months to make because it had 82 pages. I wasn't smart enough back then to split it up into 3 parts at least. Ugh. Oh, so stupid. Here we go. Doubt Thanos says, ooh, Rando, I know something fun. Make a poll to see how many of your patrons are artists. That's interesting. That's interesting. I'm just thinking of the consequences. Make a poll to see how many of your patrons are artists. Honestly speaking, it would be fun, but I think it wouldn't matter because, well, everyone gets the same thing. So, that's interesting, though. They're very interesting. Master Alimans asks, do you like chocolate and what kind? Yes, I do love chocolate. What kind? I fell in love with Whittaker's almond chocolate. Oh, that shit's good. But the milk chocolate version is fine as well. Delicious. Here we go. Doubt Thanos says, I doubt anyone who isn't allergic dislikes chocolate. Guess artists sound fun. That's interesting. Kind of think of it. Here we go. Pedro says, are you a Fate fan? If so, who's your favorite servant? Asks Pedro. Yes, I am a Fate fan, and my favorite servant is Tamamo no Mae, Pedro. Thank you for asking. What stuff that has it in it? Oh, well, I don't get the reference, Killian. So I guess I'm not a weeb. Christian Correa says, yeah, Rando, but were you addicted to idle gacha games like the Berserk manga? Says Christian Correa. Well, I'm not addicted to the gacha system. Like, I hate the gacha system in it's basically loot boxes. But I am a big fan of FGO. And I guess that's a gacha game as well, if you think about it. Interesting. Doesn't like chocolate alone. Doubt Thanos is. Like myself. Doubt Thanos is. How do you mean everybody gets the same thing? Oh, like what I was going at was even if I know who the art, how many patrons are artists, like they won't get anything different that's gonna be posted on Patreon. So that's what I mean by everybody gets the same thing. Everybody gets to see the art streams. Everybody gets to see the comics, the early access, the warm ups. You know, nobody's more special than the other. So for me, like it doesn't matter what your occupation is, as long as you're a patron, everyone gets treated equally. That's just. I hope I'm making sense. Atomic Owl asks, Rando, do you play FGO? Yes, yes, I do. Pedro says, I see you're a man of culture as well. Foxwife is best. Yes. Now Pedro says, wow, I checked out Sugumomo by your but I just got annoyed at the way the MC is treated. Tsugumomo. Tsugumomo. That sounds familiar. Hold on, just give me a second. I gotta Google this. Tsugumomo is the show where the guy is just trying to seduce the girl. Oh, I see. It's just the anime with the Lou ripoff. I think it is. I do believe this blue-haired girl can grow. Do I got it right? Interesting. Karl Marx would shed a tear hearing you, Rando. Karl Marx. Who's Karl Marx? I gotta Google this shit again. God damn it. General knowledge sucks. Karl Marx. Who is he? Was a German philosopher, economist, historian, sociologist, political theorist, journalist, and socialist revolutionary. Whoa. History repeats itself. First as a tragedy, second as a farce. Interesting. Very interesting. Here we go. Oh, everyone treated equally. That's what you're saying. Speaking of, who's this? Killian says, speaking of Fox waifu, have you ever seen the helpful Fox Senko-san, Rando? She's a loli as well. Yes. I have read the manga for that one. I didn't really watch the anime adaptation, but the manga itself was pretty good. Atomic Owl says, Rando, I just noticed you didn't plug in the mic. You're saying that because of the picture, right? Yes, you are. Well, it's about time you noticed, Atomic Owl. Oh, here we go. Down there says, yeah, but if it's gonna take like 60 chapters for it to get fun, then I'm out. So please tell me. All right. That is fun. Blonde lowly fox, random perfect wife. Gender bend art. I'm not sure if you guys already know, but apparently somebody sent me a message on DeviantArt saying that, hey, thank you, I like your work, but I just want you to know that I found Rule 34 of We Live in an MMO, and I just wanted to know how you felt about it. I thought it was really funny. The time has come, and so has the characters. Oh, shit. Press something out. Give me a second. Doubt Thanos says, Rando in the picture is Puss looking smart or is her mouth open? Her mouth is open. How is that looking? Is how I see. I get it. You think Puss has a really dark 5 o'clock shadow. If it exists, that's part of it. Time to go to adventure, boys. The rule of the internet. Funnily enough, I tried searching it myself, but I found nothing. So maybe he found a rare artifact of we live in an MMO. Oh man. It was only a matter of time, boys and girls. Did he not give you a link? Funnily enough, he did not. I think he was asking me how I felt about it. Maybe he was trying to be considerate. We need to see for signs, of course. Isn't that somehow like looking up your own nude? I don't know, Doubt. It's a good question, but I don't know. Lalao, yes. Yoshikadu, I haven't forgotten. I've written it down many times before. I'm not sure if I told you guys, but the first ever Rule 34 that someone sent to me of We Live in an MMO was a drawing of myself staring down my crotch. And apparently my crotch has thick eyebrows too. I'm not sure how that works, but yeah, that's how it worked. Is that one of the... We need to focus on science, of course, or for science. It's hilarious. Oh, I have told the story before, I see. Forgive me. It's getting hard. I fucking barely laugh. Oh, man. Why is this not working? Here we go. I can see you Rando drawing comedic porn like Oglaf. What is Oglaf? Please don't tell me it's like a cheap porn fantasy of Shrek and Olaf doing it together. That's a comic? Really? Oglaf? Alright, I gotta read this shit. Oh, this is gonna be good. Oglaf. Oglaf Spider. Oglaf is a sexually explicit webcomic published on oglaf.com by this guy and this guy. Oh, is this the one with the dragon and the really puny knight and the dragon with the massive rockers? Christian Corell says, I'm gonna get out of here, but I see you in the next one. Well, thank you for joining us, Christian Corell, otherwise known as Keyblade Strike. Thank you for joining us today. I hope you had fun. I apologize if I sound a little bit tired. Like I did say, I'm running on fumes, so sorry if the mood for today's RSVP was a little bit down. Have a good week ahead, Christian. We hope to see you in the next one. Thank you for dropping by today. Howdy doody neighbor. Honestly, he's way less sexual nowadays, says the Lao. Are you guys referring to Oglaf? Well, I guess people change, with time. Rising Gen says, I think I remember this comic now. The Silver Noob. Well, welcome back, the Silver Noob. Happy to have you here. Says late but not absent. Here we go. Otakop67. Another one. Is this your first time? You seem new. If it's not, welcome back. If it is, welcome. Sorry that I didn't realize you were here earlier. If you were here earlier, nonetheless, your presence is much appreciated. Okay, here we go. RSS. Quick question, but I didn't hear in the beginning. But is there any chance that the weekly doodle will come back someday? Mm, it's a good question, Ale. The weekly doodle suggestions, most probably not, because like as fun as they are to do, I found myself not having fun making the weekly doodles. Did I just contradict myself? Oh no, it's finally happening. Oh, did I contradict myself? Uh oh. Here we go. Uh, Not many announcements except that Lou Dakimakura is real now, says Davathan. Ale says, but does that mean you get to draw something you didn't like? Not really. When I said I didn't enjoy them anymore, basically what I meant was like, despite them just being doodles, I find myself struggling, like thinking of the scenario of how the doodle will look like based on the suggestion made by the patron. So sometimes I just end up scratching my head, figuring out like what pose should I put them in, what dialogue should they be saying, is this accurate enough to represent the comment submitted by the patron? So I find myself and despite being called doodles, I realize I put in a lot of effort for the doodles, and I get angry about it because these are supposed to be doodles. I'm setting a standard for myself that's too high, and that didn't make working on the doodles any more fun, basically. So I hope that answered your question, Ale. All right, here we go. Lutaki Makura is keeping me alive, says Killian. Here we go. Lou Beth, what a boys. Damn. I want a Lou AI like Jarvis from Iron Man. Well, I would too, Killian. I would totally pay for that. That'll be fun. That's funny though. Oh. Ooh, Neo Dakimakura is real too. I just realized that, Ryzen. I just realized you said that Neo Dakimakura is real too. Oh man, I'm not sure if I mentioned this before, but I did say. I think I did. But I did say that if Neo ever got a Dakimakura of himself, I'll make like a snore. I'll make it look like a Snorlax doll. Something that can block the doorway. Oh, it's so dumb. Oh, that'd be great. That would be great. Whew. By the way, I just wanted to let you guys know that the art streams that I plan to do them on in my mind I had this in my mind I had an idea of scheduling them every Tuesdays and Thursdays. But now that I think about it, maybe it's better if the art streams were more free and not scheduled. That's interesting. Make Lou a Discord bot. If I could, I would. If I could, I would. What does your friends think about being in a... Oh, the Lao says, what do your friends think about being in a cool comic? Talking about MMO, not the weekly one. Amrul and Mike seem to be happy with what they've been given. So I guess they aren't complaining. Uh, Cop 67 says, I can totally see Amuro snuggling up to a Dakimakura of himself. Ew! Ew! It's disgusting. Rising Jen says, make Lou a Discord bot. Like I said, I could if I would. Neo is studying computer science and Amuro is studying game design, if I remember correctly. Yup, is the Archelion. Awesome memory. I don't remember what Aloysius is studying. Pedro, how many? Pedro says, how many Dakimakura do you own? Do you want to know the truth? Not a single one. Doubt Thanos says, dude, Rando, you should start them like once a week, otherwise you're going to tire yourself out. Referring to the art streams, I suppose. Is that what you're referring to? Doubt Thanos? The Silver Noob says, hey Rando, are you still going to post the weekly comics on Patreon? I forget the other sites for your newer comics. Yes, I do, with the Silver Noob. Yes, I do. In fact, I think I've already posted this week's weekly comic on Patreon as well. So you can read it there, the Silver Noob. You don't have to force yourself to be on another platform. There we go. Caleb Lai says, wait, what is a Dakimakura? It's a body pillow. It's basically a human length, human sized body pillow that you could place the cover of any anime girl on it. Like, not fully clothed anime girl on it. Oh, man. Can't be the real thing, fool. Oh, damn. What the Cop 67? Like, Caleb, like, there's no harm in just Googling Dakimakura. I think Google might do a better job explaining it than we could. He gets it. He gets it. Okay, here we go. Doubt Thanos says, because freedom once a week seems best since you're not really used to this. Because from past experience, you always seem to start things with a little bit too much on your fork. Yes, I can agree with that, Doubt Thanos. Maybe I should start with once a week. Yeah. Let's see how that goes. You guys are having a debate not debate, but having a discussion on Dakimakuras. How lovely. Google. Free Dakimakura. No, whoa. Oh, is this a thing, Ryzen? Free Dakimakura. Oh, shit. Like, free, not as in you don't have to pay money, but free, like, from the anime. Oh, this is going to be good. Images. Curse me with your images. Smite my eyes. Whoa! Damn, son. Totally not gay. Whoa. Whoa. Shit. That's funny. That's funny. Here we go. I hope there are some with nudity, says Killian K. What, the one with free? Really? I doubt so. That's interesting. Oh, anyway. Shit. Okay, it's almost been an hour. All right, so for those of you who are new, basically we try to keep the RSVPs within 60 minutes so as to not take too much of your time and to not drag on for too long. So just to recap what the RSVP has been so far, it's just a couple of announcements. The first one is that the warm-up doodles will be pushed to the end of every week instead of being posted once every few days to prevent to reduce spam. And the second announcement being Chapter 8 is already released. So if you're a patron and you're watching this not too far ahead from the actual RSVP date. If you're watching this like the next day or the week after, just do know that Chapter 8 is currently released on We Live in an MMO. No, on patreon.com/randois. Here we go. I think I had Rando just click order times once. This kill. That's a good one. Felix from ReZero. Woo! Killian K. Someone's got taste. Who's the other guy? Astolfo. Sorry, Astolfo. That's a good one. Pedro says, have you seen the first episode of Fate Grand Order anime based on the Babylonia chapter? It just premiered. No, I have not, but I have seen people tweeting about it. And I do intend to watch it. Just probably not tonight because I'm too tired. That's interesting. Saikatutka. What is going on? That's interesting. Starting my first game with friends. Already wrote my character. I'm excited. Just doubt it there. No? Alright. So, is there going to be any more questions? If there are, I'll answer like one or two more. Dalton says, dude, I still get chills when I see the scene against Gilgamesh in Unlimited Blade. Ooh, that's a good one. All right, if there aren't going to be any more questions, I think we can call it an RSVP, I guess. I want to thank everyone for joining us today on today's RSVP. Thank you for joining us live. Oh, the Jinx hero story. Right, somebody did ask about Jinx, but he was saying something along the lines of a question to myself. Here we go. No Jinx hero story. Oh, I saw the DeviantArt. Oh, that poster, the Legend of the One-Legged Man. That used to be, the Jinx hero. Yeah. That used to be like an inside joke. Because we liked making fun of Jinx. Because apparently he's got a big dick. So we call him the one-legged man because his second leg isn't a leg. Oh man. All right, Otakup67 says, all right, we'll answer this last one. Rando, if you were ever to be isekai'd, which universe would you like to live in? Oh, that's a really tough question. How many isekais are there currently? For those of you who aren't familiar with the term isekai, basically means other world, I guess. It's basically a category placed on animes where the main character gets transported to another world, usually in a game or RPG setting. So if I were to be isekai'd, I'm not sure. That's a good question. That is a very good question, Otakup67. Where would I go? Well, definitely not SAO. Like, given a choice, I'll probably just tell her to fuck off. Here we go. And whole person for Rando's comics. Who's Jinx? Oh, the Llama asks who's Jinx. This is basically one of my friends who's still my friend, but one of my friends who I spent the most time with when I first created Randois. And that's who Jinx was. He's basically part of the OG Randois crew. Here we go. The best choice would be in order to whirl the downside is sandals. Oh, do I not get to pick? Okay, you know what? Never mind. Oh my god. Isekai truck driver. The guy who sends them says down there. You gotta be kidding me. Yes, Killian. Wow, I'm surprised you remember their names. Jinx and Johan. Yes, Johan, according to some. Whoa. Damn, Killian, you've been here for a while. They're not in the comics anymore because they all basically went down their own paths in life. So we hardly spend time with each other anymore. We basically just we're still friends. We just don't spend as much time like we used to. Compare that to the current four boys that I hang around with. Yeah, I'm not sure where I was going with that. My eyes were half asleep. I hope I'm making sense. Like, I hope I'm making sense. Killian is a secret stalker. Secretly, I admit it. Damn. All right, so you know what? I've read them. The Seal Tower. Ah, that was so old. Anyway, I'm gonna call it a night. It's getting a little bit difficult for me to stay awake. My eyes are kind of heavy. They're droopy. I'm sorry to. I'm sorry if this feels like I'm just cutting everyone off. However, I don't want to say something that I won't be able to, or rather, I don't want to say something on live on YouTube stream, only for it to be used against me in the future. All right, so thank you all for joining us in today's RSVP. I hope you guys found it, well, if nothing else, enjoyable to be in. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your suggestions and your feedbacks. Much appreciated. Thank you for letting me know what you think. And I'll see you in the next post. I'm sorry, my mind's just jumping to different. I'm sorry, I don't mean to do a live stream half asleep towards the end. It's just that I didn't get sleep at the fire station last night. God damn it. Woo! Here we go. Anyway, good night, everybody. Have a good weekend for those of you who's currently still on Sunday. Have a good week ahead for those of you who are already on Monday. Don't stop making us cry with MMOs, says Lau. Yes, please do read. Please do give Chapter 8 a read and let me know your thoughts if you have any. Until then, thank you all for joining me today. I can't remember if I said bye or not, so I'm just going to say it again. Good night, everyone. Thank you for your time. Something tells me I did. Did I say bye already? I don't think so. Shit. Oh, it's getting worse. What do I normally say when I sign off? Good night. Oh, thank you for your time. That's it. Thank you for your time. Good night, everyone. Hope to see you in the next RSVP. Until then, I'll see you in the next post. Good night, everyone. What is this? I probably also can't make it to the geek stream because of classes. Sad boy time, says Killian. Well, it's unfortunate, Killian, but we're just happy to have you if you ever have the time to just drop by. It's more than enough. And if you do miss them, you can always watch the archive streams. Good night, good afternoon, good morning, Killian. Yes. Good night, everyone. Good night. Thank you for joining me in today's RSVP. I'll see you in the next one. Damn it, I think this is like the third time I'm saying it. All right, good night, everyone.